is Channel 7 News, and this is Paul Sims
How you doing?
and Grace Gallo.
Hey everyone.
Good. Today we have a special guest. Obama's advisor is here to talk to us, and he's going to tell us what he thinks of Newark. Hi, Paul. How are you doing today?
Doing great, how are you?
Good. Thank you for asking. So I heard you guys were in Newark the other day. How do
We
you
were.
like Newark?
We work. I like it a lot, there's a lot of potential in North. There's a lot of opportunity for growth, and it's growing at a really, really exponential rate, and hopefully it keeps going.
Yeah, they've been doing a lot of work on the downtown in Newark, and we're doing really well, I think. So what are your opinions on college race? I know you went to Rutgers.
We did, and the whole educational system of America right now is in a little bit of jeopardy. College kids are coming out of college with the most debt that they've ever had in the history of the United States. It's harder to get a job, and when they do get a job, the salaries are usually pretty pathetic. So what the remainder of the Obama administration wants to do is decrease the amount of tuition that students have to pay and increase the probability of getting a job. In order to increase the probability of getting a job, we want to increase infrastructure, we want to increase educational opportunities in high school and even as low as grade school, to encourage college admissions.
That's good. Sounds pretty good to me. Have you been following the recent election?
We've been focusing more on what we have to do now, but we haven't taken peeks at the Democratic debates and Republican debates.
Are you allowed to say who you're supporting?
No, but I can assure you that whoever takes the presidency will have big shoes to fill. And whoever does take presidency will probably not be able to solve all the problems in 8 years.
Yeah. So do you know, so you mentioned that Obama is targeting a lot more student fees and college rates in
We are.
the rest of his term, but is there anything else that you guys are focusing on?
Well, we do want to focus a lot on education and increasing the amount of jobs that are available. We also want to target crime and the justice system. America only accounts for 5% of the world's population, but we have 25% of the world's prisoners. And it's absolutely ridiculous that people who have committed minor drug offenses will be sentenced to 20 years in prison. So what we plan to do is incorporate reformation programs, almost like rehabilitation, where inmates can take these programs to reduce their sentences and also increase their chance of getting a job afterwards. Because statistics show that only 2% of inmates who leave prison get a job afterwards. One of the initiatives we plan to incorporate is moving the box. When you apply for a job, there's a separate category for if you've been convicted of a crime. We want to make it unconstitutional to do that because it's biased. Of course,
Very much necessary.
Many people have that opinion, and we don't think you should completely ignore someone's criminal history, but you shouldn't judge them solely based on it.
I mean, while you're at it, you might as well just remove the race box.
We should.
There you go. But that's good though, that's good. And did you have any closing remarks?
Yeah, coming to Newark, we realized that college students are the future, and it's really important that they voice their opinion. We need more college kids to register to vote, and not just vote based on an opinion. It's really important that they get educated opinions on what they want to do. You shouldn't vote Republican because you don't like Obama, and you shouldn't vote Democrat because you don't like Donald Trump. You should form an educated opinion because whoever's the next president will be will basically dictate what happens for the next 8 years. And it's really important that, especially since college kids will be in their mid to late 20s, it's very important that they have a very strong opinion about who should be president.
Yeah, we should start researching who we should.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you so much, Parth, for stopping by.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
And I'm going to just pass it over to Paul with sports.
Today in sports news, we'll recap an awesome and thrilling World Series. It was the Kansas City Royals against the New York Mets. One crazy fact is that Kansas City last World Series win was in 1985, and the New York Mets was 1986. So let's get to the highlights and the images. For game one, the Mets had the game in their hands. Bottom of the ninth, with a 1-point lead, and the closer Familia gives up a home run. And then they go into 14 innings, and Kansas City gets a walk-off sac fly to win game 1. The final was 4-3. So we go to game 2. Johnny Cueto versus Jacob deGrom. Jacob deGrom was a stud for the Mets. However, Johnny Cueto pitches a gem, a lights-out, 2-game hitter. He also completed the game, and the final was 7-1. Now we go back to New York to start game 3. They go back to New York, and the Mets finally start hitting. They start swinging the bats, and the captain, David Wright, and Granderson homers. And Syndergaard fought through with a win for the Mets' first World Series win. The final was 9-3. For game 4, the Mets had the lead till the late inning in the game.